These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mountain Goat. On Wednesday, the federal Supreme Court rejected at its session the lawsuit submitted by the Sadras movement regarding the dissolution of the House of Representatives. It is good news. Basically, it is saying they threw the burden to the courts to decide. It will have to be the second constitutional means to dissolve it, which is for Al-Kazimi and President Saleh to do it. Question: why have they not done it yet? Mountain Goat says, I believe they were waiting for the court to render its decision first. So will they act? Will they now act? We will wait and see. Sandy Ingram, article quote, Iraq's Supreme Court says it cannot dissolve parliament. This was a key demand by the Shiite leaders al-Sadr and his political bloc. The question is, where will the political path lead next? Nader from the Mideast, corrupting Roundup update in Iraq. To keep business going, I have to pay every year. I'm not talking about taxes. I'm not talking about permits. I'm talking, you need to get a tax number. You have to pay millions of dinars to get it. It doesn't go to the government. It goes to that person who has your papers. Otherwise, they will not sign them. You will never get your licenses or your tax number or anything like that, and you would never start your business. That's what we've been finding out about it. A lot of people saying corruption is everywhere, but you have to have the balls to come out and say it. Mark Z via PDK, all my military contacts and all my DC contacts are downright ecstatic. I know people in groups getting phone calls from the NSA leaning on them to be quiet on timing. Lots of NDAs rolling through for Tier 3 and 4A whales. Nobody yet has any money, but they have not left their locations. Something is close. Everything seems to be coming together in a phenomenal, perfect storm, but we need to manage our expectations. But I am tentatively excited, though. Frank 26, Firefly the 17th was given for all government officials to resign. If they do not resign by the 17th, then all thunder will be released. Frank said a date was given by who? Firefly Sadr is the one saying we will bring thunder on the 17th if no dissolving of the government. It looks like doomsday is coming. Frank said, yeah, sure it is coming. We've got 10 days to go. Oh my goodness, watch the bad guys. In my opinion, they have a date for the reforms. They have to clean their government of Iran terror as quickly as possible. Mark Z via PDK question: can you explain why the death of the Queen is important for the RV to happen? Michael Cottrell is saying it would seem this is the end of the chapter and possibly the book on what has been going on for the last 70 years. It's quite possible that this is the beginning on what's going to occur to force us to have the RV. However, I still believe it will be in October, but possibly in September. Walking Stick via Frank 26, the 17th is definitely a headline, but you have to understand something. The IMF required before they would lift the value of their currency that they had to clean their house. That was part of many financial agreements that the CBI and the government made with the IMF. Bruce via Wiser Now, obviously we're looking forward for this to go. We think most of everything we can of that needed to happen. Before this goes, from what we can tell, it's happened. The green light from Treasury to Wells Fargo, yep, it took place. We got confirmation of that. It's been a really good ride, and I hope this is the end of it. Let's see what develops through the weekend. Could be a really great time for us. Pimpy said, if Al-Kazimi resigns, I think that's it for Iraq. You're going to see them go to war with each other. The one person I think people feel pretty comfortable with is Al-Kazimi. If he leaves his position, man, that's just really bad news. Sampson, article quote, despite the great challenges achieving self-sufficiency for 15 crops in Iraq, Despite the great challenges, Iraq has achieved self-sufficiency for 15 crops for vegetables and approached self-sufficiency for animal products, especially poultry, by a large percentage. Mark Xavier PDK, it's quiet on the RV front, but that's not a negative thing. I got a couple more messages today of more people with NDAs. I wish I had some overwhelming things to give you, but we are really close. Frank 26 question: is Kazimi really coming to the United States, or is that nonsense? Frank says Kazimi has gone to many different countries that were against him to tell them, I am in control of my country. I am in charge of my country. How many countries has Kazimi gone to? I love the fact that he's saving the best for last. I wish I was a fly on the wall when Kazimi talks to Biden. And lastly, Michael Cottrell via BDK. People have been asking for a good explanation on the tiers. There are no tiers. There is no such thing in the gold treaty. There are 4 levels. The levels deal with who gets paid first: countries, institutions, groups. I'm at the end of level 3. Once I put the codes in, then everyone receives their funds at the same time.